All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating story out of Brazil. And no, it's not about soccer. It's about the journey of turning brilliant science into real-world innovation. We're going to look at how a single, huge piece of legislation tried to solve a massive national problem. It's a pretty cool story.
So here's the central puzzle, right? How can a country be home to world-class scientists making incredible discoveries, but almost none of that amazing research ever becomes a new product, a new company, or a solution we can actually use? That was the exact dilemma Brazil was stuck in for decades. To really get this, there's a powerful metaphor people use. They call it the Valley of Death. Picture this. It's a huge, deep canyon. On one side, you got all this amazing knowledge being created in university labs. On the other side, you've got successful products on the market. But in between, well, that's the valley where so many great ideas just disappear. So if you want to build a bridge across that valley, you first have to understand why it's there in the first place. You have to diagnose the problem. And for years, the issue was that Brazilian science, as great as it was trapped in this kind of bureaucratic straitjacket. Let's make this real. Imagine you're a researcher, Dr. Silva. You have a breakthrough, but you're literally forbidden by an exclusive dedication rule from working with a company to develop it. Then there's your university manager. They want to help, but they're terrified of being prosecuted if they try to speed things up, because science was stuck under the same slow rules as any other government department. And the company? They see your idea, but they're facing a mountain of red tape and zero clarity on who would even own the final invention. The whole system was basically set up to fail. So, what do you do with a system that's so fundamentally broken? You don't just put a Band-Aid on it. You have to design a cure. You have to build a legislative bridge. And that's exactly where this major legal overhaul comes into the story. And that cure has a name. It's Law 13.243, which passed back in 2016. It's known as the Marco Legal da Ciência, Technology e Innovation, basically the legal framework for science, technology, and innovation. And let me tell you, this was not some minor tweak. It was a complete rewrite of the rules of the game. And the mission couldn't have been clearer. The whole point, as our source material puts it, was literally to build that bridge over the Valley of Death, to finally connect the world of ideas with the world of real-world application. So, how did they design this legislative bridge? Well, its whole structure is built on three really strong strategic pillars. If you get these three ideas, you pretty much understand the soul of this entire law. Let's break them down. Okay, first step, simplify. The thinking here is just common sense, right? Science moves at lightning speed, but government bureaucracy does not. This pillar was all about cutting the red tape and creating agile rules just for science. Second, connect. This was about making it safe for universities and companies to finally work together. It created clear, secure rules so everyone knew who owned what, taking the fear out of collaboration. And third, and this one is a huge shift, incentivize. The government's role changed from just being a funder of research to becoming an active partner and even a strategic customer for brand new technologies. So these pillars sound great in theory, but what did that actually mean for the people on the ground? Let's get into what really, tangibly changed for everyone involved. For researchers, the difference was like night and day. I mean, before, they were completely locked into their university jobs. After this law, they could actually take paid leave to go launch a startup based on their research. Buying equipment used to be a nightmare that took months. Now it's fast-tracked. And maybe most importantly, before, they had no personal financial stake in their work. Now they can actually get a share of the profits if their patent gets licensed. It was a total revolution for the individual scientist. The government's role also got this powerful new tool called Encomenda Tecnológica, or ETEC. Think of it this way. Instead of just buying existing products off the shelf, the government can now say, we have a huge public health problem, and there's no solution on the market. Then it can actually commission a university or a company to invent that solution from scratch. The state shares the risk, which is an absolute game changer for tackling big, ambitious projects. And to make all of this run smoothly, the law beefed up some key institutions. Now, every research institution needs an NIT. Think of it as their business office for innovation, handling all the patents and deals. The law also created rock-solid templates for partnership agreements, so companies could feel secure investing their money. And it smoothed the way for venture capital to find and fund these new academic startups. It's kind of like the plumbing that makes the whole bridge work properly. So we have simplifying, connecting, new tools. What is all of this building towards? What's the ultimate goal here? Well, it's all designed to power a concept that is right at the heart of modern innovation.
It's called the triple helix model. The idea is that real, lasting innovation doesn't happen in a silo. It happens when three key players, the government, universities, and businesses, are all spinning together in this dynamic, interconnected dance. The government creates smart policy, universities produce the knowledge, and businesses turn that knowledge into real products. The entire point of this new law was to get that helix spinning powerfully in Brazil.
Because, at the end of the day, the goal isn't just to have more scientific papers or more patents in a drawer somewhere. The real finish line, the whole reason for building this bridge, is to turn Brazil's incredible scientific talent into real, tangible socioeconomic development. We're talking better jobs, a stronger economy, and real solutions to society's biggest problems.
So, the framework is there. The legislative bridge has officially been built. But that leaves us with one final, really important question to think about. A bridge is one thing, but what does it actually take to get all the researchers, companies, and investors to start driving across it, day after day? The legal barriers may be gone, but the cultural and practical journey, that's really just beginning.